What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. And we just want to say Happy New Year. We have officially made it to 2025. My goodness, man. 2024 flew by. And it's crazy that this month will mark 1 year of Wrestling City. I did not think we'd make it a year. I mean, there were times throughout 2024 where I just thought about giving it up, but here we are, man.
Yeah, it's
2025.
crazy. It's crazy. Not quite a year on YouTube just yet, but we did do Spotify videos before trying to start up podcast and it kind of evolved from there. But yeah, almost a year for Aslan City. I think our first one was just before the Royal Rumble last year.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's crazy. The 2024 really flew by. We are already in a new year. When you were first saying that, in my head, if I was speaking, I would have said 2024 is what we're heading into. So it doesn't even feel real, honestly, at this point. But it's like that every year.
Yeah, I mean, and what a year it was for 2024. I actually did a little reaction video to a YouTube video. That was my last video that I uploaded here on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I just reacted to the best of WWE in 2024, and yeah, it was a great year. But it is 2025, and I expect this year to be probably better. I mean, we've got Raw on Netflix coming up in just a few days, which I'm excited for. We've got the Royal Rumble coming up in less than a month now. I mean, 2025 is going to look like it's going to be a great year, and I'm excited to see what they do.
I hope so, man. I mean, 20 when I remember when we were heading into 2024, 2023 was such a great year. I was like, I don't know how we're going to top it. And then
Yeah,
2024 managed to top 2023. So I don't know that build to WrestleMania 40. I don't know how they're going to top that, but I do know I agree that I also think it's going to be a great year now with all of this going on, like you said, Raw going to Netflix. So there's a lot of potential.
yeah, there is. And today, for our first video of 2025, we will be giving you guys our five reactions for WWE, five predictions, excuse me, our five predictions for WWE in 2025. Before we get into that, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Come from the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City, for all of your wrestling content. And make sure to like this video. And Ryler, I'll kick it off with you. What is your first prediction for 2025?
Okay, so for my first one, I'm just going to go with something that I think is probably the least bold on this. I think this is something along the lines of what a lot of people are thinking, and that is going to be John Cena. Obviously, this is his final year. He has confirmed that this is going to be his last. Basically, every PLE is going to be his last one as an active competitor. So going into this WrestleMania, this is going to be his last WrestleMania actually being on the roster, actively competing. So with that said, I am predicting that I think that he is going to win the Royal Rumble this year, go into WrestleMania, and I'm kind of going to make it a 2-1 type prediction because I think he's going to win the Rumble, win the title possibly at WrestleMania, but I think he is for sure going to also win basically win every single title. He's going to cap off his career. This is going to be where Super Cena fully makes his comeback.
Wow. You see, I had the same prediction as you almost. My prediction was that John Cena would win his 17th world title in 2025, but I don't. You think he's gonna win every like
No,
main?
no, 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 no. Not okay. Okay, let me reword that. Not every. I think he's gonna win the IC title and then have every title won possible. You know what I mean? He's
Oh,
already
okay.
so no, not literally like that. For those that know the WWE 12, the Road to WrestleMania, where Sheamus is holding every single title on his waist, he wins like every single title in the game. Not like that. No, not that Super Cena. but I think he's going to win the IC title to make it every single title he's won before. And I think he will also, but my main one is the Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't saying that he win every title at like once, but I didn't know if you thought I thought you meant like he was going to hold like every title, like the
No,
world
I will
title.
say though, I did see a lot of people talking about, geez, my mind is blanking right now. People were basically saying he was going to win the tag titles. I forgot who they said it was. It was maybe Randy Orton or something like that. They were saying somebody. I was like, oh, that actually does make a lot of sense. So, as a like temporary lot, Cody Rhodes, that's who it was. They were saying he might win as Cody as some sort of, quick thing just to add to his accolades. I don't know. It's I could see that happening.
I, yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that happening, but I don't know. I mean, my first prediction was going to be that John Cena will win his 17th world title in 2025. And I mean, my prediction was that he'll win it at WrestleMania when he beats Gunther for it. I mean, if it doesn't happen at WrestleMania, then maybe SummerSlam. But I'm going with WrestleMania because if you guys follow me on Twitter or X, whatever you call it, which you can at Wrestling City _, I've been saying that a lot. That we need John Cena to hold another world title before he hangs it up, and he needs to be
Mhm.
the one to break Ric Flair's record because right now he's tied for it. They're both tied at 16 for it, and yeah, come on, just it's his last year. Just give it to him. He deserves it.
So you
If
don't
anybody,
think Cena though is going to be Grand Slam champion, ending his career?
yeah, I mean, I would like to see it, but I didn't have that in my predictions. My
Okay,
mind right
okay.
I mean, my mind right now is just set on him winning the world title. And I guess I just haven't thought about winning the Intercontinental title to make him a Grand Slam champion. I would love to
Okay,
see
well,
it.
this makes a great transition because my second prediction is somebody that I do think is going to be a Grand Slam champion in 2025. Finally, make that reach that milestone, and that is none other than Sheamus. I think
Yeah.
Sheamus is going to finally win the Intercontinental Championship this year, and he deserves it. Sheamus, it's just, I mean, he's won, yeah, U.S. World Heavyweight, obviously WWE, tag teams. He's basically had all at this point, and I think that the IC title is something that is so realistically obtainable for him at this point in his career. I think he could have a banger match with Braun Breaker, and I think that is possibly what who is going to take the title off of him. And I would love to see that because when they do that, that is going to be a banger. I think that they faced before, right? I get all the previous stuff mixed up. I'm pretty sure they have though, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, they
a
faced
little
off
while
on
ago, right?
Raw. Yeah, on Raw a couple weeks ago. I think like Ludwig Kaiser came out and like
Yeah.
interfered
Okay,
in
well,
that.
if they can have an actual match where Sheamus ends up like actually be finally winning the title, I think that will be a great match. And yeah, I think he's gonna finally obtain that Grand Slam champion status.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned that right here on this channel multiple times leading into the year 2025, where we would both love to see Sheamus become a Grand Slam champion. And we've actually said that WrestleMania would be the perfect spot for him to do it, for him to finish his story. So
Yep.
I'm all for it. I mean, he deserves it. And as much as I love Braun Breaker, if there is going to be somebody that dethrones uh, him for that title, then it has to be Sheamus. So
Yep. Yeah, it's a good start.
yeah. Well, my second prediction is I don't know if I'd call this bold because I have seen a lot of other people make this prediction as well. But my second prediction is that we will see the return of Big E in ring competition, and I think he makes his return at the Royal Rumble.
I saw a lot of people say that too, and I originally had that on my predictions list because I was just jotting down. I looked at a few other people's predictions too, and that was one of them that I saw a fair amount of. But it's just so hard to predict stuff like this because it's not really based on the creative. It's like is his broken neck, is he actually physically able to return? And I guess it's we've seen so many, as Kofi and Xavier pointed out a few weeks ago, we have seen a lot of superstars return from a broken neck.
Yeah.
So this could totally happen, but is it going to happen? Is he actually going to be able to be cleared? It's the external factors. So I could see that happening. Hopefully, fingers crossed, man. Um, yeah. But that's a fair prediction.
Yeah. Ever since that they split up, and then Xavier Woods said, "Just be honest with everybody. You will never return to in ring competition." I mean, once he said that, it just. I don't think they had Woods say that just to say it. I mean, I think it's got to lead to him returning
Hmm.
for in ring competition, and I would. I just want to see him have at least one more match. I would hate for him to have to end his career with a broken neck, and it sucks even more because I was there when it happened.
Yeah,
So, and
that
I just don't
sucks,
want that to be
man.
my last moment of seeing like Big E live, and hopefully I'll sometime if he does return to in ring action, hopefully I can see him live, this year or something. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, that's a solid second one. So I think with my third one, kind of building off of what I was saying before, Sheamus winning the IC title off Braun Breaker. I think that Braun Breaker, he's going to be basically, the involvement for my third one. And that is, I think that Braun Breaker is going to end up winning the King of the Ring tournament this year. I think that, I don't know if I don't. I think that Braun Breaker obviously has a very bright future. I could see him winning the world title in the future. I don't know if that's going to be this year, but I definitely do see him winning the King of the Ring. I think he would look great with that title, and well, not title with the title King of the Ring,
Mhm.
and get a if they hold that, like, winner gets a future title shot or whatever at SummerSlam thing again. That would be a great way for him to transition from the IC, just like Gunther did.
Yeah,
So I think that would be perfect. So that's my third prediction. Braun Breaker, King of the Ring this year.
yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that they do bring back King of the Ring this year because Triple H finally revived it after Vince McMahon nearly killed it. But and what Triple H was able to do with it this year, I would love for them to bring it back, and then then maybe they can do the thing where whoever wins they get a guaranteed World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. But I'm not sure if Braun Breaker will. I mean, I think we've said this, on our YouTube before that Braun Breaker could win a world title in the year 2025. But I, the more I think about it, I feel like they might hold off just one more year. I mean, it
Yeah,
wouldn't
he has
hurt.
plenty of time.
It,
He's so young.
yeah. I was just about to say that he's so young. He's got years upon years ahead of him. So maybe not. Let's not throw him into the fire too quick, because sometimes that doesn't work out. But I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that won't be the issue for Braun Breaker, but you know, oh well.
that's fair. Okay, what's your third one then?
My third prediction is that Randy Orton will win another world title this year. I'm sticking with my prediction, like I said months ago, is that Randy Orton will dethrone Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, I just, I mean, it really, it's all just external factors. Like, it depends on if the Rock's available or not. That's really the big thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I just, I don't know. I feel like Rock or Orton and Cody at WrestleMania would kind of be a disappointment at this point. I'm not saying it would obviously be a good match, but well, you're literally comparing Cody versus Orton compared to Cody versus Rock, which has been built up for like what, 2 years at this point. Obviously, Cody and Orton will be a good match, but I think that is going to be something that they're going to save for a pay per view later in the year. that's not WrestleMania.
Well, the reason I said that is because I don't think they'll do Cody and Rock at WrestleMania because I think they'll do Rock and Roman at
Oh
WrestleMania.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They delayed it this year.
Duh.
Duh. Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. Yeah, Orton winning though. Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
and then maybe that
Orton winning.
builds to Cena
Orton.
versus Orton.
Yeah, because we've got that match between Cody and Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble in a ladder match, and I do think Cody Rhodes will retain that match. As much as I would love to see Kevin Owens become a world champion, I
Yeah,
just
that's unfortunate.
I don't know if I can make that mistake again, picking Cody Rhodes in that type of matchup. But I do think I do think that Randy Orton will return after that, and he will turn on Cody Rhodes, and that will set up their one-on-one match at WrestleMania. So
Okay, yeah,
I'm sticking with that prediction. That I mean, hell, I made that prediction.
a while ago. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
it was months ago. I mean, I know it was before Bad Blood or whatever it was. So
Yeah.
I'm standing on business. You always
Okay, so
pick on
that.
me for not doing that. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Stick to it. We'll see. We'll see. So that is your third one then. Let me just go into my
mhm.
fourth one, and that is going to be so I've covered who I think is going to win the Royal Rumble. I've covered who I think is going to win King of the Ring. Now this one is going to be we're getting more on the bold predictions, but hear me out, okay? So the only major one that's not of champions, that is Money in the Bank. And I am predicting, okay, hear me out.
Gosh,
I think that the Money in the Bank winner this year is going to be Dominic Mysterio. Listen, we have had Austin Theory win. We've had Otis win. I don't think that's too far out of the realm. Now, will he win the title? I'm not 100% sure, but I think that he is to the point to where he has so much like Dominic in the background, just like threatening to cash in every single week, and then stuff. If Judgment Day still is, I don't know if it's gonna happen later this year. That's half a year down the line, but I could see it happening. I saw a lot of people who were just predicting that Dominic was going to win like the like US or IC title this year. I could see that too, but I'm on bold predictions. So I think that Dominic is going to win Money in the Bank. Who would have predicted that Otis was going to win in 2020? So anything's possible at this point. So I'm going to stick with that bold prediction.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But I mean, do you know who was in charge at that time when Austin Theory and Otis won Money in the Bank?
Did Theory win in 2021 or 2022? Wasn't that 2022?
Yeah, and do you know who was in charge?
So yeah, I guess that was like right when Triple H was taking over, wasn't that? Was no, that was like a few weeks before he took over, right?
Yeah, Vince McMahon like came out in the middle of that match and said Austin Theory's in this match.
That's fair. That's fair. I forgot
Well,
about that.
at that point, he was just Theory.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, this past year we had Drew McIntyre, and then literally they did absolutely nothing with it, which you still stand behind.
Which
So,
that was 100% the right booking decision that night.
okay, okay. But I'm saying if they'll throw it away one year, who says that they won't throw it away this year too? That's all I'm saying. Okay. So I think Dominic, that's going to be my prediction.
I mean,
So what's your fourth prediction?
my fourth prediction is I think I'm going to save this one. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I only had four. I know we said five, but I only had four. So this is my last prediction.
Lame.
And shut up. Let me talk. I'm talking now. All right. My fourth and final prediction is that AJ Lee will return to the WWE.
I saw a lot of people saying that. That was in my original predictions as well. I think that it's one of those. It's like The Rock at every PLE, or how it used to be before CM Punk returned. How every single time it was, oh, my predictions. CM Punk, he's finally going to return. Oh, now he's finally going to return. Oh, now he's finally going to return. So,
Hmm.
man, I don't know if she's actually going to return, but It would be fantastic. And now that Triple H, now that CM Punk, now that he's officially returned, I think that the
Yeah,
chances of her like finally coming back are going to be a lot greater. And seeing her and Rhea Ripley feud, or her and Liv Morgan, that would be a fantastic feud. I
yeah,
mean, they
yeah.
both have like very similar gimmicks, so I
Hmm.
think that that would be great. But is it actually going to happen? I don't know.
I mean, I would love to see it happen. And like you said, you just listed off a couple of people that she could get in the ring with. I mean, the list goes on and on for the matches that she could have. And like you said, we all said that CM Punk will never come back to the WWE. He's back, and CM Punk has mentioned AJ Lee numerous times on WWE television, and I just think it's inevitable at this point, and I do think that she could make her return at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they say that like every year though. Yeah,
Yeah, they do say that every year, but
this one's
I'm
gotta be the
saying,
one.
yeah, I mean, this year's got to be the year for her to make her return. Because if it's not this year, then I think we can just go ahead and kiss it goodbye. That she won't. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, the years are passing by for sure.
I mean, how old is she now? She's probably in her late 30s, early 40s now, maybe. I'm not sure
Yeah,
how
yeah, about that
younger or
point.
old. Yeah, I'm not sure how much younger she is than CM Punk. I know CM Punk is in his mid 40s, early
Mhm.
40s, something like that. So yeah, that those are my
Okay.
predictions.
Okay, so I have one more prediction, my fifth one. I think that this one, I don't know if it's more. No, I would definitely say the Dominic one is the most bold one. But this one, we are going along the lines of talking about AJ Lee. So I guess this makes for a great transition for this too, because my last one is about CM Punk. And I think that sometime throughout this year, I don't know exactly when, but right now we have all the stuff going on with Roman Reigns, he's now kind of transitioning to more of a face. We have seen some issues between Punk and Reigns going on with this. We have seen the return of Paul Heyman. There's still, right now, we're in this storyline where everything's getting all blurred between real and who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, all these motives. I think though that there is going to be a clear line drawn sometime this year, and CM Punk is going to turn heel by turning on Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman is going to be the person that causes that to officially happen. I think I could totally see it happening because right
Yeah,
now, first of all, Heyman's Paul Heyman. I mean, how many times has he ever been faced for like more than a year? I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Uh, but he's always
I don't
wrestled
think
for
he has.
he's been face in the past for like a few months or something, and then he ends up turning on somebody and having some sort of heel turn. So
Mhm.
I think that right now that he's starting to turn face, he's Solo Sokoa, all that. I think he is going to help somebody out and get back to being a heel. And I think CM Punk would be perfect because he has that motive too. So it's not just going to be some swerve for the sake of being a swerve. They already have that built up stuff. So Punk's just gonna one day it's just gonna cross over that threshold and we're gonna have a clear establishment between Reigns being the face and Punk finally being a heel.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about what the favor could be that CM Punk or that Paul Heyman has for CM Punk, and I really do think that that favor could be a world title match for CM Punk. And yeah, maybe Roman Reigns figures that out and he doesn't like that, and he confronts Paul Heyman about it, and then I think maybe that's when we could see, like you said, CM Punk and Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns, and then we go back to 2012 or 2011 where CM Punk is a Paul Heyman guy once again. I like that prediction. I really do.
Yeah, and I think it would be a good decision too. It's just so weird in this storyline because Roman Reigns is so very clearly the heel no matter what, but it's just wrestling's just it's a weird thing, man.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. It
fans
really
are
is.
going to start going behind Reigns, but it's like, all them turning on Reigns or whatnot throughout this entire thing, all of it related to it. They were just the bullies, like the bloodline for like, what, like 3 years or something. And then
Mhm.
now they're all standing up and we're all just like, boo! How dare you still hate him? He's supposed to be a good guy now. You got to forgive him. So,
Yeah.
but he's still going to be a heel in terms of the wrestling kayfabe, I guess.
Yeah. Well, there you guys have it. Those are our official predictions for 2025 for the WWE. My predictions are John Cena will finally become a 17-time world heavyweight champion. Big E will make his return to in-ring action after breaking his neck 2 years ago. I've got AJ Lee will return to in-ring action as well, and Randy Orton will dethrone Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Okay, yeah, and my predictions are going to be that Cena wins the Royal Rumble, Sheamus wins the IC title, Braun Breaker wins King of the Ring, um, Dominic wins Money in the Bank, and CM Punk turns heel, aligns himself with Paul Heyman.
Those are some pretty good predictions. I would love to see all of them, you know, happen in 2025, but it's all up to you, Triple H. What
Yeah,
can
we
you do
definitely
for
got to go back later this year and see which ones we got correct. Because as of, just like 2024, this year's going to fly by and we're going to see at the very end. And we are probably going to look back at this and be like, whoa, what are you talking about, man? But it's a prediction, shot in the dark, predicting an entire year. Let's see
Yeah,
which ones, do you guys agree with any of these or y'all think we're just sitting here being crazy?
yeah. And also let us know in the comments down below what predictions you guys have for the 2025 year. Uh, Man, I can't wait. We've got Raw on Netflix. It's just 4 days away from now, and we do plan on doing a Raw on Netflix premiere review. I mean, we've got to do that.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, at that show, man, I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
excited, man.
it honestly feels like a WrestleMania to me.
I don't know
So
about WrestleMania, but it feels like a very, very exciting PLE. It feels like it feels like just yesterday. It was like, oh, they finally signed this huge deal, and it's like
yeah,
feels like in the distant, like, oh, sometime in forever away, we're finally gonna get to see it on Netflix, and now it's happening in what? We're recording this on a Thursday, so in just a few days, literally the next Raw. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
yeah, I am too. And yes, we will be doing a review for that show. So, like I said, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City, for all of your wrestling content. Thank you guys so much for an incredible 2024. We are just getting started. We hope 2025 will be bigger and better, and your guys' help will help us out a lot. So we just want to say thank you. We love you guys. And until then, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.